All right, so this question is, what's something you miss about your last ex?
What's up, world? It's your homegirl Gianni, aka G Killer. Welcome back to the Gatsby Sauce. Today we're gonna be doing a special segment called Saucy Talks. This time it's a ladies edition, and we're gonna be answering a bunch of questions from the guys, and they're not just any questions; they're spicy questions. Pillow talk, personal, everything. So it's gonna be a surprise. We don't know anything, and I know what you're thinking. We all got tested, guys. Don't worry. We're COVID friendly. COVID friendly.
I'm sorry, what?
So today, free COVID.
Oh my God.
Keep going.
COVID free, okay? And today we're gonna be drinking nutties. I just found out that nutties is short for nutcracker. So shout out to McLovin' Them Nutties. He actually started this business during the pandemic, and he actually looks like the guy from Superbad. So make sure you follow him on Instagram, McLovin' Them Nutties, at McLovin' Them Nutties. So today I'm gonna be drinking the Okay, so today I'm gonna be drinking the Car Bomb Float. This has Jameson, Guinness Extra Stout, I don't know what that means, vanilla ice cream, Kahlua liquor, and Hershey's chocolate syrup. All right, Michelle, what do you got?
Hi guys, my name is Michelle. I have the Arnold Palmer today. It has peach vodka, peach nectar, raspberry iced tea, and regular lemonade.
What's up, world? It's good to be back. I'm Michelle. You can call me Gabby. And tonight I'm gonna be drinking the Sour Apple Martini. It's got vodka, rum 151, sour apple pucker, sweet and sour mix, and Granny Smith apples.
What's up, guys? I'm Ashley, aka A Slay. I am going to be drinking the Henny Colada. It has Hennessy, creme de coco, Bacardi 151, and pineapple juice. So wish me luck.
Okay. Cheers.
This is really good.
That shit's good.
I definitely taste the peach. It tastes really good. I definitely taste the vodka. Vodka is potent.
I can taste the sweet and sour mix and definitely the Granny Smith apples. It's actually really refreshing.
I don't know what this tastes like. Maybe like Bailey's? Because it has chocolate and Jameson. But it tastes good.
This is delicious and deadly because I can't taste the 151 at all. I taste pineapple juice. It tastes like a pina colada that's not frozen. It's really good.
Can I try it?
Can we try?
Okay, so how this works is super simple. We're gonna go around picking a question from the bucket, each one of us, and whoever picks the question has to answer it. But if that person doesn't want to answer it, then they take a shot and they get lit as fuck. So I'll go first. Okay. I'm kind of nervous. Okay.
So
I don't like this one. Can I take another one?
take a shot. You gotta take the.
What is this?
Wait, what?
So it says, tell a joke to one of the girls. If they laugh, they drink. If they don't laugh, you drink. I don't know a joke. All right. What did the chocolate say to the hazelnut when he asked for his secret?
What?
I'm not telling ya.
That was cute. That was cute.
Okay, you have to drink that.
That was cute.
I made that one up like last year.
Oh, dive. Shout out to dive.
Cheers.
All right, so this question is, what's something you miss about your last ex?
Damn.
Let me just say, okay, it's not necessarily that I missed this about him, but something that I guess that I liked about him, appreciated about him, was his sense of being very spontaneous. Like, let's just get in the car, go somewhere, you know, like last minute type spontaneous stuff.
Just do.
That's
Yeah.
a
Go at
fact.
it.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Honestly, guys, it's not that hard to impress girls. You just gotta do what she said. Like,
Just do. Just do it on some
Just
Nike
do it.
shit.
Exactly. Like, just pick up your girl and go somewhere. Like, that's it.
No plan. Sometimes no
Yeah.
plans. No plan is necessary.
Exactly.
I definitely taste the vodka. Does the perspective of the person you're dating change after your first sexual experience with them? I don't think so. I feel like this is something that's very learnable. Like, you just gotta communicate.
So you don't think that if like the first time is bad, you're not gonna feel some type of way? You're not gonna be like, what am I doing? What is life? What is what I thought was going on? Because I feel like that's how I would feel. Like, maybe it's not like, oh, I'm not gonna like you, right? But it's more like,
Hey, what happened?
you kind of are like, maybe you were expecting a little more because you like the person. So then when it happens and it doesn't maybe go as maybe we planned it, then we're kind of like, like she said, like, yes, it's learnable, but I feel like that doesn't take away from the initial feeling that you get after.
Yeah.
Well, and this question is insinuating that you're actually dating prior to sleeping together.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's usually how it happens for me. But like the only thing I like, just don't talk a big game if you can't follow through. Like that
Hype
is,
yourself up.
don't do
If
it.
you don't have it, man.
Don't do it. Like if you're gonna talk all this talk and not do what you're gonna say you're gonna do, don't do it. Like that is putting expectations, and that's just gonna suck for you in the long run.
It's an immediate letdown. I feel
Yeah.
like if somebody hypes themselves up and then it happens and you're just like, what happened, man? Or woman, whatever, like what happened? All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, God bless me. Okay. What are some insecurities that women have in general? I think personally speaking, I think it's, I think of my body. I think in the initial act of it, I think of everything. It's usually, I think I question myself. I'm like, the way that I look or whatever. I think that that's maybe like the first. I think that's an insecurity I think that everybody has.
You're so
All
beautiful.
women. Thank you, doll. But I feel like in general, I feel like even if we're really confident women, and it doesn't matter if we're very secure of ourselves, I feel like we still kind of like question it at some point for whatever reason. So I think that physical insecurities, I think more than anything, I think are something that women mostly have.
I agree. Because like social media also, like Instagram is such a big influence on like how you should look, and like everybody's trying to look like Kylie Jenner.
So if you don't have that fat ass, small,
Yeah.
tiny waist, big boobs kind of thing,
Right.
you feel like you're less.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
definitely agree.
Internet definitely like heightens its standards for body image.
It almost
so.
gives it sometimes I feel like it's almost unnatural because it's almost impossible for every woman to have such a fat ass and
yeah,
a small
like-
ass waist, you know? So
Pass me your surgeon's number. Like, that you literally went to a surgeon for that.
It's like comparison, you know, it doesn't matter. Even if you're comfortable in your own body, it's like there's always gonna be somebody that has a better body than you.
Love yours.
There's always gonna be somebody that has a worse body than you.
Yeah,
So
and I
it's
feel like that's when you,
comparing
like, in
yourself to
yourself,
other
yeah.
women per se.
yeah. So I think body definitely, like
Yeah, I
body
agree.
issues I think in women are top.
Okay. Do you pull the first move? I personally do not. That's just who I am.
I do.
I do too. I found
I don't
that.
mind.
I think like I agree with Ashley. I think I felt like I feel for you guys where like I wasn't that kind of person.
Yeah.
But you know, in my current relationship, I kind of was the one that after you know, it was a lot of kind of like chasing around each other. Where I was like, are you gonna give me your number or nah? Like, are we gonna hang out or nah? Like, I need you, you know. So it's like I feel like it was a really cool way for me to step outside the box, but it just to switch it up a little bit, you know, see how my life could change.
I feel like
Maybe it depends too.
Yeah, I think naturally as a woman, you should allow the man to pursue you, because if it starts like that, you know, or like the other person to pursue you, then you're kind of constantly like in pursuit of this person versus them pursuing you sometimes. But I think it also has to do with somebody who has masculine energy. I feel like you have a little bit of masculine energy, so you like to take charge, you like to take the lead, and you're okay with that.
Definitely.
So that's how I am too. You know what I mean? If I want something, I'm gonna go get it. I'm not gonna wait around for you to do it, because we could be waiting all day.
Agreed.
So
Yes.
I think that plays into it as well.
So good question though. Why not go out for what you want?
Right. Why not?
What makes you guys like? Is it fear? Is it like what is it?
Rejection?
Yeah, because I get that.
I
Because
feel like guys like it though. Like they like the hunt.
The chase?
Yes, they like the chase. And
They like the
I
chase
think it's
too
for me-
much.
I think for me
Exactly.
it's the
So
route.
like if you give them like something to like work for, and they feel that attainability, then they're gonna be like, this was worth it.
Yeah, but then what happens when they,
Right, then
what
they
happens
work
when
for
you
it,
guys
and they get it, and then it's
yeah, but
like,
what happens
this
when
is
you
not
guys
fun
get it?
anymore.
And
The
it's no longer
entertainment
fun.
is in the pursuit.
That's just natural. Some things just run its course.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I would- yeah.
Every situation, to each their own.
Like I go after they make the first move.
Okay.
You know what I
okay.
mean? Like maybe it's an ego thing. Like I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna.
So you're not the one to shoot the shot, but you will reciprocate it after the
Yeah.
shot is shot.
But like my shots are like low key though. They're
Oh,
like,
they're very subtle. They're humble. They're humble.
yes.
What are they?
Yeah. Okay. I get that. though.
Yeah.
I see what you guys mean now.
Yes.
That's a good question.
But I agree with Michelle. Like I let the guy do the first move so that you know they got a
It's also a little bit
Yeah.
exciting.
exactly.
But I think it also
Okay, damn,
depends
you
on
want me already?
on the situation.
the other
too, yeah.
person too, because like,
What if you don't get the same?
Somebody-
What if the person doesn't shoot their shot?
what if the guy is
That's
a little
their
bit, you know, what if the guy is shy and
Yeah,
he
that's
really
what I'm
likes
saying.
you,
Like, what if he
and
just can't tell
he's
you?
just too shy to shoot his shot? Like, you just gonna let him dribble over there? You gonna?
Yeah.
Because what if you like him too? That's what I always
Yeah.
say.
I let someone I let somebody dribble for like 6 years.
One eternity later.
So he has to come up with the
I don't
the
know. I feel
cojones
like,
to do it.
I feel like when it's a lot of mutual flirting, I feel like at that point it's like.
When
all
you
right,
know, you know.
Like
That-
when you
if
know,
I know,
feel like
okay,
you'll feel
I'm
the
confident
chemistry.
to
Because
go.
if you're flirting with me and I'm flirting with you, but you haven't made the obvious first move, then I'm gonna be like, okay, so maybe I should subtly try to, and maybe I don't know, maybe you'll give me your number, or maybe we'll talk more, you know, on a more casual but more personal level. Maybe we'll hang out on that one time.
Yes. I have talked to guys that are so shy, but then they just end up being boring. So I'm like, nah, it's all good.
I guess you have
That's
to
why
pick.
you're shy.
You gotta pick and choose.
Hey, what are these like low key signs that you're giving off and stuff?
Oh,
You
low
just need
key
to know this
sign.
for future.
He's taking notes.
Write that down, write that down!
Yeah, what is the point
Why
of
do you
this?
think we're here?
We're trying to learn something.
All right, so
Like,
yeah.
like engaging with the conversation and laughing with them.
Like
Yeah,
if
so
somebody
I like
DMs you,
feedback.
like if you DM a girl, you know what I'm saying, and it's like you're getting the one words back or you're getting the praying hands, then like
the
skedaddle.
ones on the top,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying?
like,
Like
roll on.
keep it moving.
Yeah,
But if she's engaging in
If she
conversation,
like comments
and,
or like
you know,
reacts to one of your posts.
yes.
But I feel like if it happens frequently, because I'm the type of person where if it doesn't happen frequently, I'm gonna dismiss you because it's like, okay, you kind of just reacted to my post. Like, there's nothing much to that. But if you react consistently and you comment consistently,
Right.
like I'm gonna pick
you're
you
like,
out.
hey, look at me. Hey, I'm right here. That's what you're
That's
saying.
what you're
and then
making
I'm
it
like, hey,
obvious.
I see you.
Whereas
What's
actually
up?
love story now.
Like
Yes.
she's
How did
always
you
in the
meet her?
top of
She
your
already
DMs.
Because I feel like a lot of guys.
Shout out
like,
to my girlfriend.
Like when Jive and I met, actually we met by taking a picture in Guatemala because we had a similar shirt. We didn't really have any conversation prior to this photo shoot. And in this photo shoot, it looked like he was flirting with me. So I had uploaded a picture and shared it on my story. I'm like, this guy flirting with me, whatever. And he responded and he shared it and he said, gotta shoot your shot. And I'm like, oh, he
Okay, energy. Yes. Yes. All right.
What is the difference between dating and being together with someone?
oh,
That is...
Ooh, that's a good question.
That is okay. So first and foremost, that is the problem with this generation that we live
Yes.
in. That there's so many options. There's so many We just live in a world where the divorce rate is high. You know, we have apps where people meet each other and you're swiping. You're taking 2.2 seconds to judge somebody's facial features to decide if you want to have
What if it's a bad
conversation with
picture,
them.
too?
And you're just swiping, you know? So it's like, there's so many options. There's so many, nobody is like, we lack a lot of like value when it comes to building something real, I think. In all aspects of the way that we live. So the difference between dating somebody and being together with somebody is the fact that there's no title and basically you're agreeing to like, you could do whatever you want. And then we find ourselves in those situations where we're like, oh, we're talking, you know, we've been talking, like, what is talking? Like, people 25 years ago, they don't know what the hell that means.
Yeah, like, what does
You know
that
what I'm saying? We've been talking for a year. Okay, so he sleeps with some other girl. Is it a problem? Yes. Okay, so you dating. You dating. Newsflash, you dating. Right? So I just think that it's a big issue within our generation right now. I'm not saying that there can't be a before dating stage where you're getting to know each other, but our generation has like mastered the art of prolonging and maximizing that time before you're actually committed.
And see, that's I think the problem with our generation is commitment, like you just
Right.
said. I think that what it is like the generation prolongs the casual dating stage where
Right.
we're going on dates and we're going to dinner, we're doing this, we're doing that, but there's nothing more. I'm not meeting your
Right.
friends, you're not meeting mine, we're
Right.
not going to parties together, or we're not going to events together. You don't call me your girl, you don't, you know. And that's that casual dating. So it's just like, you can't call me your girl, you can't I guess claim territory because
Or
you didn't make it
worse,
official.
you do all that and I'm still not your girl.
Or I
Like,
go out of my
I know
way
your
to
mother
do these
and your
things.
father and your brother and your
Yeah.
cousins and I'm still not your
That's
girl.
bad.
Like, that's even worse, you know? So it's
I think it's definitely a commitment thing. I think so because
Right.
I feel like as soon as you meet my mom, my brother, you know, my family, I feel like that's more serious. I'm not
Right.
taking someone I've gone on 3-4 dates with. I'm not taking you to meet my
Right.
family. However, if we've been casually dating for 6 months,
Right.
I think we've crossed that line, my friend.
Right.
We're no longer casually dating.
Well,
Like that's
it's also not to say that it's the man or the woman's fault. Obviously, we're speaking from the woman's perspective, so it seems like the man is the one that always wants to have his cake and eat it too. But at the end of the day, what you allow is what will continue. So if you're constantly allowing guys to take up 6 months of your life without calling you their girlfriend, then you got to look in the mirror and blame yourself at the same time. Like, you set the standard for what you allow, and if you know
personal
you don't
thing.
cross these certain boundaries, you don't sleep with people, you don't meet their parents. Like, I mean, you know, people, you gotta like draw the line somewhere, and if they
it's-
really want you, then they'll do what they
yeah, I
gotta
feel
do.
like you wouldn't do those things for somebody that you're not officially dating, or
Right.
you're not. And you know, I think that's where the self-respect, the self-dignity kind of kicks in. You know, you don't want to do all these wifey things for this person
Right.
who is struggling to even ask you to be their girlfriend.
Right.
You know, it's not. And if you feel that person doesn't want to make that next step, then I think it's time for you to cut it off a little,
Right.
take a step back, and move on. You know.
Yeah.
What is a deal breaker when dating?
Would you guys say that sex is a deal breaker?
Oh, what did you mean, like bad sex or lack of sex?
Both. Because, you know, lack of sex to some people may be a deal breaker, where it's like, if
Right.
it's not happening, then I
Right.
don't know, you know, we're not solidifying our relationship, but it's also kind of like, what if it is bad at the beginning?
Right.
Like, is that something that, you know, when you start having sex with your partner, if it's something that it maybe isn't necessarily great, is that something that you kind of like, you frown upon, or are you willing to work on it?
I think that it's like anything. Like, if your partner's willing to work on it, for one, and for first and foremost, if you're willing to communicate what you need. Because I feel like a lot of girls sometimes are like, oh, this dude, like, he don't know what he's doing, blah, blah, blah. Like, but it's like,
But
are
did
you
you
letting him
communicate?
know?
Yeah.
Did you tell him? Are you being
Or did you
open
just
with what you
pretend?
like? Or are you just, you know, making him feel like he's doing something that you like and he's really not, you know? So
That's communication. I feel like, in a sense, it's like, you do have to be very open about
right, because
that kind
one
of stuff.
thing, we can't just expect that guys just know, because that is evident that they just don't.
I don't know, bro. What do they want?
Who knows?
Nobody knows, bro.
Bro.
Even Einstein don't know. He does all the equation stuff. Bro, at the end, it's a question mark.
They don't.
But I feel like
just
people.
know
I
a
don't.
lot
I feel
of
like that
things.
goes with just people in general. People aren't mind readers, and I feel
Right.
like that's what we tend to think. Oh, they have
I'm
to
just
subtly
gonna say
know.
things are different for different people. So like they
Right.
can't just bring back stuff they did for their ex to a new whole situation.
And
'cause it's
expect
just
it
not
to
gonna work.
slide the
Right.
same
It's
way.
not gonna
Yeah.
work. No, absolutely not.
I feel like it's a thing about communication. I feel like communication, guys. Communication is the most important thing. I feel like that we're getting out of this.
I think what you were saying too is like when it comes to is sex a deal breaker, I think that different people have different priorities when it comes to relationships. For some people, sex is like the utmost priority.
Yeah.
Like if we don't have sexual chemistry, then we can't be together. Some people it's security, some people it's trust, some people prioritize just different aspects of their relationship. And if sex is one for you, then absolutely. And I know a lot of people that are like that. But if it's not, and if it's something that you can work with, then I think it depends on the person, you know, to each.
So it varies.
You know,
Teach their own. Okay, how were you taught to manage your finances? I don't know.
tall versus the way that I've actually done it. I think you have to find something that makes sense for you when it comes to finances.
And your goals as well.
Yeah, you need to tie up your goals and you need to tie up your actual finances, so your income versus what you want to spend and stuff like that. And I feel like that's all personal, because at the end of the day, we only know our goals.
Right.
So it's like somebody else could give you advice, but if it doesn't if it doesn't go with your career path, if it doesn't go with your life plan, like it just doesn't make really a lot of sense. So I feel like we find that along the way. I feel like smart spending and saving are like the top two for, I feel like, should be for everyone.
Right. And investing.
But I feel like in any way that you can make money on the side on top of whatever you're doing, plus the saving, I feel like as long as you've got all that.
One of the most powerful books that I read, it was called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, and it talks about, Jib's really good with money as well. He splits up his money, he's taught me a lot. But it's like saving a percentage for savings, for bills, for investments, education.
That's
and
what I
for
do.
Fun. So whatever if you have like a high overhead, you have a lot of bills, you probably would want to put 50, 60, 75% there if you have a lot of bills. But you should still have some type of fun money. You should still have some type for education investments. You should still have some savings. But I think it's up to each person to be able to split it up yourself.
Because sometimes, it's hard as an adult. I feel like adulting is really difficult. Rent,
really difficult.
Rent
They don't
in New
teach
York
you this
City,
stuff
and
in
they don't
school.
teach you this stuff in school.
For a reason.
So
It's for a reason.
make a financial plan that makes sense for you.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you know your goals. But I feel like my top thing would be a financial plan and saving. I think that would be.
It's like if you can't manage $10, you can't manage 10,000. So it doesn't really matter. There's no excuse for not managing money. It's just
1,000%. And that's the problem. We don't get taught.
That, like 50% of the population doesn't even have like $1,000 in their savings.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. At least 10% of your check should be going into savings. And that doesn't have to be even $100 if you don't make that much money, but something, even the smallest, because it does grow, it does build.
Yes. Right.
And investing, I found that has been so much easier nowadays. So it's like you
There's so many
should.
options.
Side hustles are really, I
can-
feel like side hustles are really
Yeah,
underrated.
because people want to go Netflix and chill with their man that's not even their man. That's what they want to be
That's
doing
what
when they get out of work.
So don't do
and
that.
that's why people are broke.
No, I feel like you need to, in a relationship, you have to find somebody that supports your hustle and supports what you have going on. And I feel like that's the healthiness of a really good foundation of a relationship. If you respect my hustle and I respect yours, you make me save, I make you save. That's,
Help each other.
That's, you help each other build.
Low-key lit.
So am I.
Okay, how do you handle a predominantly male environment at the workplace?
All right, so being a female barber.
Bitch is my question.
I feel like she's got a lot to say 'cause she's a female barber.
right, for sure.
Yeah, that is very true.
That is a male dominant industry.
Sure.
So I worked as the director of training for a multi-unit, 11-unit restaurant concept, and I was part of the corporate team, and I would say 98% of the leadership in the corporate team were males. Worked with a lot of chefs, a lot of GMs, which were also all males. I think that, it takes a different level of yourself as a woman, I guess, to be in that environment. And it's funny, I used to wear like heels and blazers because I would feel taller and I would feel like more serious.
more
if I had
like-
a blazer on, like I mean business more. I think I kind of, for a lot of people, I came off as a bitch, but I really wasn't. And then once they got to know me, they're like, but it's like you have to come in strong.
But
You have to come in
usually
like,
what happens, though, with
I'm not
strong
playing
feminine.
games, So I think the biggest, piece of advice is like, don't take shit from nobody. There is a lot of sexism in corporate America for sure that still exists, and I just didn't tolerate it. Like, people knew not to with me.
How do you feel as a female barber?
Oh my god, I'm so lit. Okay, as a female barber, I always give off that energy that I'm not here to flirt with you. I'm not here to.
You're here to grind.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm so grateful that my clients can feel that energy because I'm not like only a few of them like flirt with me, and I'm like, thank you, Jesus.
What are red flags when you're dating someone?
Didn't we already get this? Oh.
No, it's deal breakers.
Sorta.
But what are
Deal
red
breakers.
flags?
Wait, is that the same thing?
No. Because deal breakers are what would make you walk away from that shit. Red flags are what's
flags are
alarming
like,
to you, but you're not
ooh, I don't
leaving
like
yet.
that.
Oh, okay.
We talked about this the other day a little bit.
Are trust issues red flags?
Yes. But that might be an internal issue as well. That you're projecting on the other person.
I feel like a red flag is something so simple, at least for me, is not being listened to. If I'm expressing to you something that I don't like, something that you're not doing right, or you're not listening to me.
Write that down, write that down!
Or I've already spoken to you about certain things that concern me, bother me, worry me, blah, 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 and you're not listening to me about them. I feel like that's a red flag because you're simply not listening to me. You're not listening to the stuff that I've already communicated to you. You're kind of just
listening
like
to respond, not to understand.
you're not understanding me, and I think that's a red flag because in the long run, that's where communication is an issue because I'm communicating, but you're not listening, which means you're not doing the other part of communication.
Red flags. I think there's red flags in the bedroom. If we're gonna go there.
What?
Selfish.
Yes, selfish lovers.
Like not letting the girl
it's selfish. Selfish could mean like wanting you to pleasure me more, but it could also mean me like
Having to
pleasuring you. No. Like some guys like pleasure you and they think they're like fucking doing their thing, and it's like,
they're
bro,
not.
like what's happening?
You're
right
like,
now?
woo, like right over.
Not what
You're
we're
like
trying
supposed to
do
be
right
here, but
now.
you're like.
But it's like they feel like more of the man, and they're so worried about feeling like they're the man that they don't realize that you're not even liking what's going on.
Yeah, you're so confused and lost. I feel like tends to happen a lot.
And they're like, oh, that was great. Like, yeah.
Yeah, was it?
for
Like,
you.
really? Was it? Oh,
That was
indeed.
great for me.
Right.
Did you really pleasure
I
me?
think taking the
Yeah.
initiative, you know, as a man, like, I think that the man, like, it's meant to lead in certain aspects. And, like, this goes back to the first question that we were talking about. Sometimes when you're the person who's, like,
Constantly
this
being the
aggressive,
first
like,
one.
initiator, like, if I'm initiating, if I'm hollering at you, now I'm putting myself in the position to lead. So maybe you get comfortable following my lead.
And so you kind of fall out of
So
track
it's like
there.
you
You're
gotta
not
like
going
you gotta
even
understand
anymore,
as the man, like the woman just wants to be catered to in a certain aspect. The woman wants you to plan shit. The woman wants you to just like, you know, sometimes she just doesn't want to have to deal with everything and wants you to do everything.
As a person in a lesbian relationship, I feel like that is also something that I definitely look for. It definitely can't be me constantly being like, babe, I want to do this. Or babe, let's do this. Like it has to be the common, like you have to try to want to, and I have to try to meet you. But it should be vice versa.
But that's a
deal
good
breaker.
point that you brought up, because I think that it's like we're talking about love is love, like human is human, and I believe in energy. I believe in masculine energy and feminine energy, and both male and female have both. And I think that knowing when you're taking the seat and the other person is leading is very important. Like if I'm the one who's the initiator when it comes to dates and I'm the one who's planning, you're taking the seat and I'm planning. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, but males and females both have masculine and feminine energy, and you gotta know when it's your time to step up and when it's your time to sit down, because if you guys are both trying to sit down, you're trying to sit down in the same seat and it's not gonna work out.
You're not, there's
and that's
only
where you're
one
gonna really
seat.
clash. So I think it doesn't matter if it's male or female, or if it's female and female, because everybody has this type of energy, and that's really where shit starts to clash, is when you guys are both trying to play the same role or nobody's trying to play that role.
You're stubborn. So it's just like, yes, bro, because then you know what happens? Shit doesn't get done when you're competing for the same fucking position, bro. Shit does not get done. If I'm the person that's if I'm the person that's constantly planning dates, and you're just the kind of person that's just trawling along the whole time, and then one day we have nothing to do and I'm like, so what do you have to offer? And you're kind of sitting there like,
You're like,
babe, so then I'm like, what do you mean? Like,
role?
and I'm like,
Not
all right, so
today.
I don't mean
Not
like,
today.
hello, like, it's the energy kind of thing that you bring to the relationship, you know, and I feel like it's...
But also communication as well.
Yeah, like
know,
you have to, I feel
yeah.
like that's what it is. You have to set your standards, your
Yes.
foundations, what you expect from things from the beginning,
This
because
was
I feel
from
like
red flags.
this is all the red flags, you know, where it's like you're not communicating, you're not listening to each other, you're not expressing what you want, how you feel, what you need when you need it. I think that's all.
It all comes down to communication.
Exactly, because back to red flags, like girls love to be getting smacked in the face with these red flags in the beginning. Because they like him, because they're lusting over him.
And so the red
or
flags
her.
kind of go.
So they like, oh yeah, you know, red flag. Oh, but he's cute, but he did this. Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. And what you allow is what will continue. And if you spend the first 3 to 6 months getting smacked with red flags in the face and you choose to ignore it, those red flags are gonna be the same red flags, but you're gonna break.
But that's
3
why they
years from now.
say you have to pay attention to the red flags, even if it's the first week you've been dating, because the
Right.
red flags are not red flags tomorrow. They are the blaring emergency
Signs.
signals that are going off.
Right.
Wee, 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 wee.
Right.
And you're just like, what? When? What? It's like a fire that you never
Right.
smelled. Like,
It's easy to be like, no, but he's cute.
be blind? How? I can't see it. Do wrong? What?
Also, like
You
girls,
blind when you like someone, for
Right.
real.
Love is blind. Love is love and love is blind.
ciego.
100%. It's deaf, it's blind.
yo.
Like you
No,
can't see
yo.
nothing. You can't hear anything.
You can't see, you can't hear, you walking around like this.
Fucking Helen Keller in this.
But there's you Helen Kellering it.
Love is Helen Keller.
But I think it takes a lot of maturity, you know, to say this is not what we can't be. This is what we can't be doing. You know,
Right.
we are old
does.
enough,
And
we
it
are
takes a
grown
lot of-
enough. We've done so and so, or we've been together so and so. That it's like it's unexcusable after a set amount of time that you're just like, I'm
Right.
still putting up with your shit. Like,
Right.
I'm gonna get bored of it. So.
Well, in short terms, my deal breaker is initiative. Like if you don't take any
Yeah.
initiative
Point blank.
to make dates or plan something special when we have a special date planned, or just like even write a card. Something as simple as writing a card. You don't have to
Love
spend any money on it. It could be on a piece of loose leaf.
It's just you getting creative with things, because not all gifts need to be bought, my friends.
But it's you understanding my love language. That's a deal breaker. If you don't know that I like gifts, and it doesn't mean a fucking bottle of wine or a diamond ring. It might mean a card for me. It might mean a handwritten card. It might mean some roses. It might mean whatever. The love languages. Like if my love language is quality time and I just want you to spend time with me. I just want you to plan
And you're
a
not
day with
spending
me.
time
And you're
with
not,
me.
That's the ultimate. I think everything that we're talking about, circumferences in.
Is love language.
If you don't listen to me enough, okay, so that you are responding to me because you understand, not because you're listening to respond, you're listening to
Right.
understand. You understand my love language, and if you don't, then that's a deal breaker.
That's like
because you
showering a
don't
person
want
with
to learn.
affection
Yes.
that doesn't want affection.
Right.
It's like me being like this to a person that
And they
doesn't
don't
want
like
me. Like
that.
that's
They want
like,
you to wash
they're
their
like
car. They want you to clean the inside of their car, and
they're like,
happy
go clean
with
my
it.
room and make my bed.
Right.
Like, you know, like it's simple. Like, go make me food. Like,
It's powerful.
you have to listen to your partner, and you have to be willing to compromise, because a relationship is compromise. And if you're not compromising,
want different
you're
things.
going to be unhappy. That's the thing.
And a lot of us tend to love people the way that we feel love, not realizing that they might not feel love in the same way. Like
Or
you're talking
someone
about that
we're used
physical
to
touch.
loving.
If I like that, then that's what I tend to give when I love somebody.
what if the person
maybe their
doesn't?
love language is
What
acts
if
of
like
service
what if
or
it's like
receiving
making
gifts or
food or
whatever.
making me something and I don't
Exactly.
know that,
Yeah.
you know?
It's
But that's
acts
like
of service.
Communication and
Acts of
understanding your
communication.
partner's long language is definitely the top.
And I forgot the last one.
And the thing
There's
is
like
that
five.
and if
Yeah,
you
there's
don't
five.
know what the love languages are, then my friend Google exists. Like there is no way that you
Here is the best advice that we could give to any male in the world. If you have not read The 5 Love Languages, I believe it's by Gary Chapman, okay? There's an audiobook, there's a regular book, whatever you gotta do to get it into your brain, listen to that book, read that book, because it's powerful. It's written by a psychiatrist who does marriage counseling. And basically, in a nutshell, he's doing an interview of a married couple, and the reason why they're at the edge of getting divorced. And it's because this girl just wants him to take out the trash, and she just wants to be hugged, and they don't understand that. And when you don't understand that, it's like no communication is going to be communication.
So you're constantly clashing.
Yeah, that book,
That's where the fighting and the argument
that
starts.
book will change like relationships. Your relationship with your mother will change. Your relationship with your daughter, your son, your husband, whoever. This is not just about intimate relationships. That's like any relationship that you maintain. Your friends, Gian.
What is cheating? Physical or emotional?
It's both.
Wow.
You could be cheating on me and you're not having sex with nobody.
Yeah.
Like texting?
Agreed.
If I see text messages, it's done deal.
To me, what it is, if you're deleting messages that you don't want me to see, if you're deleting, if you're deleting things off your phone that you don't want me to see, or you don't want it to come up on your phone, you're cheating.
Yeah.
If you have to delete, then yeah, absolutely.
If you're flirting with other people and we're in the same vicinity and you're not really doing
Flirting
anything,
is 100% cheating.
I don't think that flirting is cheating. I feel like flirting, depending on the person, I think it's like kind of like a natural human instinct.
But see, I
You
feel
know
like
what I
there's
mean? I think
levels to
like-
that.
No, there is levels, and I think there's respect, and I think that like I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't be annoyed that my boyfriend was flirting with another girl, but I think that if it's
leading up to
meaningless flirting when it comes to just natural sexuality, like we gotta know that your man can look at another girl and be attracted to them, or your girlfriend or whatever.
But
like
you also have to know that your man or woman is standing up for you in
This
the
is
relationship.
why I've learned to
The
ask.
lights are not.
My point is, I had this dilemma in my first relationship. I personally would never dance with somebody of the opposite sex, like grinding and stuff. I didn't think it was okay. But he thought it was fine to do with other people, especially my friends. So I thought that was wrong. And he
you
called
let
me
your-
a little girl for thinking
Would
that.
you let your partner grind with
the
someone
thing
who's a
is
female?
That was
no.
like
Here's
the
the thing:
first
if
red flag.
I'm there, then you dance with me. But if I'm not there, I grew up around a lot of Spanish people, and you dance with your mother and your cousin and your sister like that. And I'm also a dancer.
So you would be
So I-
fine with him dancing with Gian like that?
Absolutely, 1,000%.
Like bachata?
I think
no,
like
grinding.
grinding. No, I mean, I honestly, I mean, I think it's with your family, it's a little bit weird, but I think I'm a dancer, so I look at dance as a completely different art. You get what I'm saying? Like, we're competing. When I'm dancing with a guy, we're competing with each other. So I guess it's not comparable. It's a very different perspective.
different, yeah.
Each their own, you know?
But like if my man's there, then I'm dancing with my man. I'm not gonna be grinding on somebody else's shit in front of my man. But if my man's not there and I'm dancing with another guy who can dance and who understands, the thing is the mutual respect of like, you're not about to take me home. And if I get that vibe for some reason that you think that, I'm not dancing with you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But if I'm dancing with another dancer, because I grew up dancing, so if I'm dancing with a dancer, we understand that like we're just moving. This is what we're doing. It's a lifestyle. It's an art. It's not. It has nothing to do with having sex. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's like, what if your boyfriend's an actor and they're gonna kiss somebody, or they're doing a scene where they're sleeping and acting intimate with somebody else? Like, is that?
They're getting paid for that though.
What if you're getting paid to dance, or what if you're doing? I mean,
that's different.
But before you make it big in any industry, you have to do a lot of stuff for free.
Yeah.
You got to do a lot of stuff for free.
All right, so we finished our first beverages. So now we have moved on to this man's sangrias.
McLovin' them nutties.
McLoving them nutties.
They're delicious.
Shout out to his sangrias.
I don't like sangrias, but
this one's
sangria
banging.
is banging.
Wait, I need to try that.
Would you date people you work with?
No.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't even follow people I work with.
I think it depends on what type of work we're talking about, first and foremost. I feel like a lot of people have like work husbands or work girlfriends or
They
work
do,
whatever.
but see, that
like,
makes it messy though, because you know where
Right.
I'm a purely a person
A
where
lot
it's
of
like you don't
people-
shit where you
But
eat.
here's the thing is, it depends how you get into the relationship. Like, are you in a relationship because you're in such close proximity 98% of your life that you just decided that you like this person, or do you actually like them?
That's what I think, because I
Because
think
a lot of
it's
people
just the
start
convenience.
dating because they work together so much, and it's like If you met this person in an outside scenario in life, like, would you look at them the same way? Or are you just fucking bored at work and this is the most attractive person in the building and you just like them?
Ladder. I picked the ladder.
I think it goes both ways. I've dated people that I've worked with and it's worked out, and I've also dated people that I work with that it has not worked out. And I think that when you're an entrepreneur, in a certain sense, like,
entrepreneurship makes it different.
When you're building something together, it's different.
agree.
When you're working for somebody else together, it's different. So
I agree, because
I think it depends on the circumstance. I think it depends on the person.
I worked
think
at
it depends on
Hollister
the
Fifth
company.
Avenue in
I think it depends on
Manhattan,
a lot of different
and it didn't
things,
go
to
that
be
well,
honest.
and I wouldn't do that. I dated in Hollister, and I was like, that is a job that I should have never done what I did. I should have never shit where I ate, and I messed up. And so now I'm like, maybe outside my job.
Well, then you have to look at it. If you're looking to build a career, or if you're building,
maybe it's
is this person going to jeopardize your success if you are not with them at some point in time? And you got to be really emotionally stable to take that on and say, like, no, I'm not going to allow them to, or yes, even if we come to, like, you got to be in a different mental place if you're really, really looking to build, whether you're looking to go up the ranks in the corporate company that you're with, or you're looking to, like, grow an empire in a certain organization. Like, is this person, are you emotionally equipped to date somebody in this setting?
Yeah, I think
I
that
think
when
it
it
depends
came
on
to
a lot
It
of
also depends on the
my
setting.
job. Yeah, I think when it came to my retail job in Hollister, like, while it was a flagship store, I was a model.
That's
I
not
did
really
stuff for
like
them.
a big setting.
It
for
wasn't
that.
necessarily something, I should have taken it as a growth thing rather than as a dating opportunity, because that's exactly what I took it as. Like, I was like, ooh, cute people all around.
Right.
And it was like, it was my job, but it was also one of my first jobs. So I was kind of like, ooh, great job. Like, I have this, I'm a model. Ooh. And then I was like, look at all these pretty people.
Right.
And it just happened. And
It kinda blinded you, right?
complicates
You
it.
could get, like, more excited to go to work, or you could dread going to work, depending on your situation with
And it
your
was
man
both.
or with your woman.
I had both of those where it was like, shit, I have to go to work, and this person or these people are there, and I'm just like, it's not worth it. So it's like, I'm firmly of the person where it's like, if you're not in entrepreneurship, where it's like, if you're working from home, then fine, do it. Girl, go for it.
It depends on a lot of
But
different
it's kind of like,
situations.
for the most part, I would say don't shit where you eat.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it makes it a lot more complicated.
Right.
When you're working from home and stuff, I feel like it isn't, because obviously when you're in
And then-
quarantine, you're not with those people every day. It doesn't really matter. But for
And then
the
if you
most
guys
part,
break up,
it just
and
gets
then-
messy. That's why I left
yeah.
Hollister. It just gets messy. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
1000%.
not for the right part.
Just
Shall we?
go.
Pizza.
Oh man, just 2 questions.
I'll do my last one super fast.
Pizza.
Almost there, guys.
What was the worst date you ever had?
Date?
Yes.
Paid for it?
Okay.
I paid for it, and the conversation was terrible.
1 second. Let me
just
go
paid
first.
for it,
Let me
yeah.
go first. Okay. The first date I ever had, I was 15 years old.
The first
and-
date or the worst date?
Both.
Worst.
Her first date was the worst date.
and-
Worst in my first, yes. I was 15 years old. The guy took me to White Castle, and I had to pay for his meal and my own.
Oh, I never even.
So that was the worst and first date I ever had.
Now I wonder why. Oh my lord, why did you do that? And who did you do that
White
with?
Castle, okay?
Yo, meet these men. Guys.
What the?
Maybe my commentary made it worse. I'm sorry.
She was like, I have never heard of this before.
Why?
Why is this so funny?
Why did you have to pay for his?
I hope he got a fucking veggie burger.
The last one. What's the best compliment you have ever been given? Personally, I think it's either you smell good or I like your hugs.
You know what? I gotta go to mine. You got great energy.
Yes, that.
You got great energy.
When people compliment
I've been getting
me-
that through the DM, bro.
Yes.
How you get great energy through a DM?
Yeah,
Be
facts.
honest.
That's
When it's something on the inside, that's great compliment. Like, I don't
Right.
care about like appearances. Like anybody could
Yeah,
say.
somebody
like,
who
you're
tells
fucking
you that you're so
beautiful.
down to earth. Like, I've been told I'm down to earth,
Yes.
and that makes that
Yes.
makes me
Or
attractive
you're
to a person.
fun. Or you,
Yes.
I love the way you laugh.
I like your smile.
Your
That to me, I
laugh
like your
makes me
smile.
happy.
Your smile is so genuine, or your smile this. Yeah, I like that too.
Sorry.
My ex told me I was exotic.
You exotic. Look at your hair.
All right, guys. So that was our last question. I hope you guys enjoyed all the insight that we've put into these questions. And guys, make sure you take notes because I promise you, all the things that we have said in
Golden.
this night, yes, they are gems. I promise
There's
you.
golden
Nuggets.
information.
And if you follow everything that we have said, you will get the girl of your dreams.
You'll land that girl.
Yes.
100% you'll land that girl.
Make sure you
Putting heavy
follow
weight
all
on
of us
this.
on Instagram. I kind of have 3 Instagrams, but you can follow my main one at Gian.Legaspi.
A Slay and Get Fit with Fits.
Hey.
You can follow me at _Michelle Islas, ISLAS.
Okay.
And you can follow me at Instagram, Michelle Bravo, and on Twitch at Shell_TTTV.
And don't forget, guys,
Stay saucy!